It's Sarah Rose, your co-independent sales specialist and Cutco enthusiast. This is my first live post for Cutco. I thought I would cover a bit of Cutco's history, some personal history, and then show you how to make zucchini wraps. I'm going to ask everyone to share your questions and comments down below, and I promise to answer them as soon as I can. What to share. To start, I like traveling, meeting new people, and developing new skills. In a roundabout way, these three personality quirks of mine led me to Cutco and eventually to my kitchen, trying to master social media, hence Facebook Live. As usual, I had left one town, Prince George, BC, and moved to another province with no employment plan in place. And I didn't know anybody in the area. Manly is a seasonal town that is economically dependent on tourists during the summer, and I arrived right before winter. I needed a job, and there was nothing available in the field. So I knew medical lab and computers. I needed a job, and I needed one fast, and there was nothing available. So I did what I knew how to do. I typed up 3 resumes and cover letters, and I hit a local job fair, seeing what I could find. Well, I found Cutco, and I found the Red Deer office, and they were hiring. That was good news. Better news is their training, but I didn't know anything about customer service. I didn't know anything about sales. But I did know knives, and I had been around steel all my life, so figured I could do this. Thank goodness for Cutco's management team. Mitch, Jay, Evan, Jordan, Sean, Joe, Linda, Margaret, Ryan, and Rochelle were willing to train a complete newbie and allow me to run with the crazy ideas I proposed. 4 years ago, I started for doing personal demos with people that I'd never met before and sharpening old Cutco knives. 2 years ago, I started doing trade shows. And today, I am demoing Cutco across social media, and I'm still sharpening old Cutco knives. Next year, who knows how I'll be demoing Cutco? I don't. Cutco is a family-run business that's been around for nearly 70 years. We still make our knives at our factory in Olean, New York, and every one of our knives carry the Cutco warranty. They're stamped on the blade. Right there. It says Cutco. After 10, 20, 30 years, Cutco owners often forget what that warranty actually promises. For example, Cutco promises to sharpen dull blades and replace broken knives for free. Also, us reps, usually go on vacation with our knives. Different, I know, but it works for us. Taking our knives on vacation is probably one of the reasons Cutco came out with plastic sheaths last year. I know the sheaths make it easier for me to pack for picnics and camping. I also know our tendency to bring our knives to family dinners isn't something new, since that's why Cutco set up our Canadian office 30 years ago. Over the years, Cutco has partnered with other companies and expanded our product line. Can you see them? Hello, wellness mats. So comfy. Love these things. And we've always kept our warranty the same. Forever. Zucchini wraps are a nice, simple recipe that makes an awesome salad. I will post the recipe instructions in the comments after Facebook does their thing and saves a live post for me. They didn't last time, so I'm really hoping it works this time. This recipe is from La Care Gourmet and comes from Pinterest. It requires a zucchini, a pepper, carrots, basil, and hummus. So, quick question. What is your favorite flavor of hummus? Mine is roasted red pepper. Please comment down below. So some of these vegetables, as you can see, were cut previously. That's because this is my second attempt today to do this Facebook Live, and the first one didn't work. Battery power issues. So, fingers crossed. Okay, first a warning. My kitchen does not have a lot of space. It's from the 70s. So I do a lot of my prep work on my stove. If you do your prep work on your stove, make sure your burners are not hot. And make sure you have a cutting board with feet. Feet. I'm running out of finger space. Feet. These things. It will help balance your board. I like them. So, move everything back. Unfortunately, this is a one-person production team. Yay me. So I hope you can see. Carrots. I love carrots. You have a choice. You can peel them with a vegetable peeler and take all your nutrients away. Later in these Facebook Live posts, I will show you how to use induction cooking and why traditional cooking, we lose a lot of nutrients through traditional cooking. See, with root vegetables like carrots or parsnips, turnips, potatoes, the nutrients are in the skin. And it's just the way the cell structure is. So, the rest of the carrot root is structured, but there is nothing living. It's all dead. They taste good. Store sugar there. But there's nothing nutrient-wise. There's no minerals, there's no vitamins, nothing like that is going to be found in large quantities once you're past the skin. So if you wash your carrots, you get to keep those nutrients. But if you peel them, you're throwing them away. Now, anything to do with the kitchen, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. And did you wash your hands? Good. Go wash your hands. Wash your carrots at the same time. So these have all been washed. And a couple pieces need to be cut a little smaller. So, this is Cutco's Petite Chef. The French Chef's a couple inches longer, a lot heavier, and I can't really use it very well. It's too heavy for my wrists. I broke them as a kid. We all have those times when we're not the most brilliant person in the world, and we think we're immortal. Mine was when I was 10. So, cut into pieces. Now, rolls. This is not a safe way to cut food. You want it flat. Cut it in half. See? No rolls. It's good. It's not moving anywhere. Now you're going to want cut sticks. And put your carrots in a pile. Now, professional chefs hold their knives with a pinch like this. That's good. It will keep your fingers clear and everything. But we have what's called a wedge lock design, and our fingers are actually supposed to be back here. So are yours. It's one of the biggest features about Cutco and something I really like. Basically because I'm a klutz. And I'd rather not cut my fingers more than I have to. Or have. So. I've gotten faster at doing this the last few years, but then you won't see exactly what I'm doing. To make true matchstick carrots, once you've done that, cut the carrot in half, then you do the slices, turn the slice over. So you go from here to here, and then keep cutting. That's how you make matchstick carrots, one way. Fastest way I know. The nice thing about this zucchini wraps, carrots don't have to look perfect. They'll have to look pretty, but they will. Next, you're going to want to cut off both ends. I mentioned technical difficulties earlier, so my ends are already cut off. Next, you're going to want to cut the top and the bottom of the pepper off. Now, I tend to make pepper sticks. I find them delicious, absolutely wonderful. So I will save that for later. We're now done with the French F. And we're going to use a 2 3/4 inch paring knife. Getting in, getting out of the kitchen fast as possible is what I do. I help do social media for a clothing recycle place, so I am there. I help my sister do her swim classes, things like that. I don't have a lot of time to be fancy and spend hours in the kitchen making the perfect cuts. And your lives are busy. You're not going to have hours in the kitchen doing perfect cuts either. Cut the pepper into sections. And slices. Now, technically, this is a knife that you would use up in the air. You wouldn't use on a cutting board because it'd dull the point. I like this one. Normally, I'd use a trimmer, or I could even use a chef's knife to do this. Show you the difference with the trimmer, with the French chef. So, you use the tip when you're making slices like this, and just cut. Yes, I have actually cut my nails using my knives. It's an occupational hazard. Okay. Zucchini. You're going to have to peel a bit of it off. Vegetable peeler. You want a nice flat surface to start your wraps on to get your slices. And you're going to need even pressure. So the first couple of slices that you make, full slices, are going to look a little on the anemic side. Don't worry. You want to put even pressure full way across. Like I said, anemic. But they're getting there. See? Now, if you have a compost, great. Otherwise, you're eating. Because this stuff, little bits left over, like my pepper sticks, make a great salad for the next day. Tossed salad. Absolutely fantastic. See that strip? I have greenery on both sides. It's nice and smooth. Really easy salad to make. See? Now I'm laying out my strips. That's my co-worker, Sassy. She gets paid in kitty treats. She likes her kitty treats. Okay, hummus. This is our, I call it sandwich spreader, but it is technically called a spatula spreader. Now, you'll notice one edge is for cutting. The other edge is for spreading. Little dab of hummus. Don't need too much. There you go. Now, basil or cilantro, both work. If you don't get nice, even slices straight down, don't fret, don't worry. That's where you're putting your basil leaf. I told you, one woman production show. Now, I have the basil. I'm going to put a couple pepper sticks on top of the basil. And some carrot. And now you roll. Now, the hummus and the zucchini should be enough to hold them together, but I over prep everything, especially when I learned you have to hold stuff. Otherwise, they fall apart when you least want them, and you have that special somebody, important dinner, you know, in-laws, boss, things like that. Yeah. Or in my case, if you happen to have Murphy as your first cousin, toothpick. Now, if you're doing a Valentine's dinner, you can get Valentine's toothpicks. Christmas toothpicks, you know, seasonal. Look really cute. This one just hates me. Your fingers are going to get sticky. Did I mention? Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Back to wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. This is why. Food. Anytime you're playing with food and you don't want everybody to get sick, wash your hands, please. Wash your utensils, wash your board, wash everything before you even start. Dishwasher, sterilizer. Cute little salads I'll eat later. And you can put 2, 3, 5 on a plate, and it will still look cute and not overdone. Yum. I hope everyone had a good time learning how to make zucchini wraps, and tune in next week when I show you all how to make antipasto skewers and pickled vegetables. For me, pickled vegetables make a nice complement to all the sweet spreads and crackers commonly found on a cheese plate, where you'll actually come across antipasto skewers. If you click on the follow button, Facebook will automatically let you see my post next week. This is important because I'm hoping to make these Facebook posts a feature on my feed. Speaking of, I would love to hear what recipes you want me to cover. My brain's going to be fried if I have to develop 52 ideas without help. Not happening. Facebook will post an archived copy on my timeline for future reference. Thank goodness, because I want to be able to laugh about how awkward I look in these few hundred live posts. Yeah. The archived live post will also provide reference for when somebody needs a quick refresher about a recipe or some other information I provide. Hey, it could happen. You can also share these live posts once they've been archived to Facebook. Next week, I would like to introduce everyone to more of my favorite Cutco products. This week, you were introduced to the wellness mats. So comfy. A couple of gadgets, the cutting board and the vegetable peeler, and 3 knives. Petite or French chef. The 2 3/4 inch paring knife, and the spatula spreader. Now, the spatula spreader and the paring knife can be purchased together as Delimate's gift pack set, and they make a fantastic gift to family, friends, or yourself. The Cutco items featured in the live post can be purchased from my website. My fellow Cutco enthusiasts can contact me on Facebook on either my personal account, which is Sarah Rose Van Tettenborn, SarahRoseVonTetten, B as in Bob, ORN. Or you can contact me on my business page, which is Sarah Van Tettenborn, Cutco Independent Sales Rep. Again, it's SARAHVONTETTEN, B as in Bob, ORN, Cutco Independent Sales Rep. The business account will also link you to my website, www.cutcorep.com/Sarah Van Tentenborn, where you can take a look at what is Cutco. If your fingers are tired of typing, then you can either call me or text me at 403-392-1788 with any questions or comments you have. Thank you and have a good night. Bye.